Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got something really cozy and exciting for you. It's a fall themed farmhouse, so perfect for the Sims who are really enjoying the autumn vibes right now. Yeah, I've been seeing so many autumn builds on the gallery lately, so it's really inspired me to make my own. I built the cafe last week, but I wanted to build like a little family home. So yeah, I just feel like everyone is in like full-on fall mode right now, or autumn. But yeah, I say fall because I feel like, well, actually most of my viewers are from the US, so I feel like it's just easier to say fall for a lot of viewers. But if I say fall, I mean autumn, or autumn or fall. I use the two interchangeably, so yeah. So for the exterior, which you see me working on now, I just went with a really classic farmhouse style. It's got the white wood siding and it's kind of weathered. I wanted it to look not brand new, but almost like passed through generations. So yeah, something that's been standing for generations, but it's still got that like small town Gilmore Girls kind of vibe and charm to it. I could really imagine this being in Stars Hollow. If any of you are Gilmore Girls fans, please leave a comment down below and I would love to talk about it. But yeah, so just adding some little details like the porch, obviously, which is a must in a farmhouse, especially for fall. So this farmhouse is going to be not super tiny, like not tiny living. I don't remember how many tiles it actually is to be considered a tiny home, but I think it's about 30. It's not that tiny. It's just for a small family, I thought. But I really wanted to focus on making it feel really warm and inviting, and of course very autumnal, so there's lots of pumpkins and yeah, the trees are really nice colour, the leaves are starting to turn brown. So plus I wanted to play with some new content that I've downloaded from different custom content creators, Tumblrs and Patreons. So all of the information for that will be in the description down below, just because I didn't really want to limit myself to a certain custom content pack this time, so I've just used different items from different packs and whatsoever. So anything you do want to know, it will all be in the description. I've used the Better Build Buy mod by Twisted Mexi, which I always recommend. You guys know I recommend it. So I used that to get the full custom content list, so that will be down below. And I took all the screenshots in the autumn season in the game, so all of the trees are like bright orange and red, and it's so pretty. Like, it makes me so happy seeing all the trees like that, even in real life as well. Like, I live in the countryside and all of the trees have started to turn brown, and it makes me so happy. I miss summer, of course, but there's just something about autumn that makes me like so cozy, and like I love it. Also, I feel like everyone is obsessed with pumpkins right now. I haven't seen a single build on like YouTube or even Twitch. I watch a lot of Twitch streamers that are building full homes right now. It's just pumpkin mad, but I'm honestly loving it, so I'm not gonna complain. Just a quick note as well. I know last week I said my mic isn't set up. It still unfortunately isn't set up, so because I recently moved. So I'm recording this voiceover in like separate parts that I'm having to like line up with the video, so it's really hard on my end, but I'm trying to make it work for you guys so you get to hear a voice along with the build, because I always think that's really nice rather than just having music. It's really nice to feel like there's actually someone like watching the build with you. I don't know. Also, link down below in the description will be a link to my Patreon. It's completely free to be a member. I just keep the member system just so I know how many people are actively engaged in the community on there, but it's completely free. You can download the tray files for my build so you can have them directly in your game, which is sometimes a lot easier than downloading from the gallery. But of course, I do still have my EA ID, which is the same as my YouTube channel, so SimiBuilds. So yeah, that's linked down below as well. So everything you need is basically in the description. If you're ever wondering anything, it's down there, most likely. For the landscaping, I went quite, I wouldn't say crazy, I went a bit more detailed than I normally do. There's lots of trees around the garden. I used that, I don't know what it is, like iron arch thing that's in the live edit mode objects items or objects in that list. And I just made it look like it's got plants all growing around it, like vines and things, and there's also like vines hanging from the walls and the roof of the house. So for the inside, obviously it's small. It's not really tiny, but obviously it's quite tight. But I tried to make it feel a bit more cozy and open by having like a semi-open plan living area that leads into the kitchen and like dining space, or the other way around, the kitchen to the living and dining space. So yeah, I've used I don't remember actually what they're from. They might be Charlie Pancakes, or they might be the Hey Harry coastal doors. I believe they might be the Harry ones, but they're the ones that are like always open, like the doors are open. I just thought that was nice. Like, it is an older home, so it would have been like separate, but I feel like they would have the doors open to make it feel more open plan. I tried to make the kitchen feel really, I keep going to say cozy, but I don't know what other word to say for it, so cozy, with some like dark woods, and there's lots of clutter. There's shelves all around the like range hood of the stove, so it's full of like cookbooks and like spices and plants and that kind of thing. Lately I've noticed I've been really into like making something look really cluttered and lived in, and I know a lot of people out there love that too, because there's massive interest in like custom content that's like purely clutter, just because the actual game doesn't really seem to have that much, up until recently at least. I feel like they've been pretty good at like adding stuff in like recent years, but I'm just totally here for it. I want to make a space feel really realistic. I want to make it feel like a sim actually lives there. I also love making a build feel like it's real life. Like, that's why I love using the live edit mode objects and the debug objects, just because it makes it feel so much more realistic. Like, the items that they have in those menus are just, if you're not using them, what are you doing? Like, they're amazing. I designed this house for a like small family, so there's a infant's room upstairs, so a nursery. I thought that would be good because the new, I don't remember what it was called, the nursery kit's just come out, but I don't have it, so I've just done something in that kind of theme, I suppose, of infants. The open layout also works great for keeping an eye on your infant, because playing this game with infants is so annoying. I don't know how you game players do it, honestly. I can't. I can build, and do I ever play the game? Only sometimes, because I just can't deal with the Sims. They're so annoying. They don't do what you tell them to do. There's also a really nice big window in the kitchen, which I would just love. Like, imagine in like when the seasons change, like from like summer to autumn, and you see all the leaves change colour, and like, oh, the kitchen just feels so cozy. I've also put pet bowls in this kitchen. I imagine that these people would have a dog, probably a big dog, like I don't know, like a border collie, or like one of the like, what are they called, like shepherd dogs, one of those. Just because, I don't know, they're like shaggy and fluffy, and I feel like they're big, and I feel like this home, although it's really small, it would really suit a big dog. Like, I just love that idea of like maybe like 3 Sims and like their big dog, and like they've waited quite a long time to have a baby or something, because their dog was their baby. But yeah, inside I went for quite like a rustic vibe, I'd say, so like lots of plaid and lots of dark woods, but I feel like you have to for autumn. Like, you've got to go for those like deep rich colours, and obviously oranges and greens. I was struggling with the layout for quite a long time, but I eventually fit everything in, so I've just kept the like dark woods. I've gone for like the terracotta tile on the floor, just because I thought I could have done wood in the kitchen and bathroom, but I thought like traditionally a home like this would have had tile, but I don't like any of the tiles in game, I'll be honest. Like, really don't like them. They're either too small, or like the colours are awful. So I went for like a deep orange terracotta. I also thought that fit the like autumnal vibes, so we'll see about that. Let me know what you guys think. about this build obviously in the description, and if you have any feedback I would love to hear it. As always, I'm open to any ideas. If you want to suggest something for a build, or if you have like almost like sim clients you want me to build for, I would love that. That is like my dream. The bathroom in this house was like really compact. The upstairs and downstairs bathrooms are pretty much the same. It's like pretty much copy and paste. I ended up adding laundry day stuff just because I feel like it adds a level of realism to a build that like you don't normally have necessarily. But I used the washing line and the tub outside, so you have to like scrub it rather than a washing machine, just because I did not know where to put a washing machine in this build, or a tumble dryer. Like, I didn't want to think about it, so I just went with the washing line outside. But there's some decorations in the upstairs bathroom, like an ironing board. So moving on to the dining room, I wanted to use a bigger table, but obviously it wouldn't have fit, so I've gone with a circular one, and these very rustic chairs from I think they're from Cats and Dogs. I've used a lot of Seasons and Cats and Dogs. I feel like they're just like the perfect items to use, because they're so like, I can't think of another word than rustic. I'm really bad at words today, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I've added bookshelves on these sides, and then I've built like a custom shelving unit almost in the middle, obviously with lots of clutter again, like pumpkins. We need the like those cards from the Seasons pack. I just wish I had like blankets that could be like draped over chairs and things in the actual game. I know there's a few custom content ones, but I don't think I have any for actual like dining room chairs, just like couches, so that might be something I'm looking into. But yeah, so in the living area I've gone for like a little wood burning stove. Like, that's what I started with, and I kind of designed the rest of the room around that, just because I feel like if you're living in like a little farmhouse, you have to have a fireplace. But obviously this room was not big enough for like a huge one. I tried, but it was way too big. It took up like half the room, and then it's like, where do you put a couch? And I feel like they have to have a TV. Like, I don't know a single family now that doesn't have a TV. Like, I don't like putting huge ones in my Sims houses just because they get so distracted by it. So I always use this small one. It's just the base game one. I do have a CC one, but it looks quite modern, and it's slightly bigger as well, and I like the small, like compact little TV. I just think it's quite cute. It makes it a bit more cozier. So I've used a green couch in this room, and there's an armchair with a couple of like soft toys for a baby or an infant. A couple toys for an infant, like raised up onto the chair using the 9 key. So there's just a little like duck thing. I've also done like a gallery wall. Most of these frames, picture frames, are from I think it's Forever Autumn by Joyce's Fox. So if you're wondering about those specifically, such a must-have CC pack for autumn. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Joyce's Fox just makes the most amazing CC. So that will all be in the description, as I said earlier. So yeah, a couple of armchairs. It's like, I could just imagine like snuggling up with a book here, or like watching the weather change outside. Like, it'd be so nice. The bedroom upstairs is really small, but it's very like quaint and like inviting, I think, very warm. So I've gone for, most of this stuff is from Max 20. I can't remember the name of the pack, but it's like the bedroom pack. Yeah, I've added like a dresser and obviously loads of clutter around the room. Lots of baby clutter as well. I put some baby clutter on the nightstand just because I imagine, like, I don't know, if you need to get up in the middle of the night to like feed the baby or like do something with the baby, it's easier to have it by your bed than like, I don't know, it's just my logic. I thought it was cute as well. But there's lots of the fall theme in the bedroom as well. On the dresser I've put the leaves from Seasons, the like fall leaves. And the paintings and candles, I think they're both from Forever Autumn, or it might just be the paintings, but I like how they're like lent against the wall, like they haven't quite put them up yet, like the room isn't finished. So yeah, I've added lots of candles and like lanterns around the house, just because I feel like the lighting makes a real difference in the game. Like if you've got that like warm, cozy, inviting lighting, it suits this kind of build that's like specifically for a certain season. The same for like summer and winter builds. Like the lights from Parenthood, the like string lights, they are such a good addition to a room if you're trying to make it feel like cozy and like, I don't know, like sparkly. Like I just love them. Plants as well are a really big one. Like if you're going for that like cottagecore vibe that's like huge right now, they make such a difference. Like just having plants everywhere, especially hanging plants, they're so good. They're so good. The last thing I'm going to do in this build is the infant's room, but there really isn't much to say about that room. It's just quite small, and there's just obvious decorations to do with like an infant. So yeah. So that's it for our full tiny farmhouse today. I hope your Sims enjoy living here as much as I enjoyed building it. Thanks so much for bearing with me as well as I record this voiceover in parts while my mic situation is getting sorted. It's just impossible right now. But yeah, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more cozy builds, and let me know if you have any ideas in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!